Yeah.
You wanted this one
I originally had this one.
And
he
I
whined.
put my foot down.
He
Yeah, I
whined.
whined about it. And I was like, hey. I was letting him pick first, and he started picking stuff I wanted. I was like, wait a minute. We should have done it like a draft.
Welcome back to Bourbon Theory. I'm Bill.
I'm Josh. And today...
It's Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's Day.
What's that?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And today, we're telling you about bottles that we love.
There you go.
So we've each picked 8, and we're going to go through them. We're going to tell you about them. And it's not necessarily our top 8 bottles. No. We just wanted to throw bottles that we enjoy sipping, whether on the daily or just as a special occasion every now and then. Or pop it out and give it a go.
Yeah, at 1:30, 2 in the afternoon on a Tuesday.
Because somebody else is retired. So, Dad, why don't you go first?
Okay.
Bring your favorite one out there.
Well, I'm going to start with what you call a bottom shelfer, but there is nothing wrong with J.W. Dant.
Bottled and bond.
Bottled and bond, yeah. Make sure you get the bottled and bond.
Yes, because the non-bottled and bond is not as good.
Right.
Or good at all.
Yes.
In our opinion.
So, but you're not going to go wrong on this one.
13 bucks?
13 to 17 bucks, depending on where you are. Come on.
Hard to beat. For a bottle like that?
Yes.
Hard to beat. I'm going to toss that next to you over there. Since you went easy to find and cheap, I'm going to do the same, although mine comes in a liter. And that is Early Times, bottled and bond. Now, as you see, this is the plastic metal screw top.
Plastic metal?
Yes.
It probably does have a plastic seal at the very
I'm sure it's got some plastic in it. Anyways, it's Early Times bottled and bond. This used to be a Brown-Forman product. It is now a Sazerac product. I have not had the opportunity to try it as a Brown-Forman product, so I can't tell you whether or not it's better or worse now, but I can tell you I do really like it.
I can tell you, a lot of people think the old blacktop was better, which was the Brown-Forman. I had it years and years ago, and I was never truly impressed with it. So, but that's me.
Yeah. So, beauty about this thing right here is that it's a liter, not a 750.
And it's 25 bucks.
It's 25 bucks. 25 bucks.
Still less expensive.
Technically, yes. But if you ask me, and if you look at our Battle of the Bondeds,
that's true. It did come out a little higher.
Pretty good. Probably would have been number 4 or 5 overall.
Maybe. Yeah,
so
out of 15.
Hard to beat that one. Hard to beat that one. All right, old man, you're up.
Oh, let's see. This has been a staple for me for years. John J. Bowman, single barrel.
100 proof?
100 proof. Out of Virginia. Distilled at Buffalo Trace.
Transported.
Transported, distilled again, barreled, aged, and bottled in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Used to be 7-year age stated. Does not have that statement anymore, but it's probably still around the same.
Right.
So,
but anyway, great.
Blackberry.
Great bottle.
Blackberry.
Great whiskey.
Really love that one. I'll go with another thing that I love and still love, even though it's not my favorite anymore. And that's Eagle Rare.
Yep. That one happens to be a single barrel, so that one's got some age on it.
Yep, this one's older. We just did a review.
This is before they weren't flushing the lines.
Yeah.
Different bottling line. We
just did a review on it in a store pick, a very, very old store pick.
Right.
So old that it didn't even have a sticker on it anymore. And look, Eagle Rare, say what you will about it.
10 years old.
It's a good bourbon.
And hey, throw this out there. Later this year, Eagle Rare is coming out with a 12-year at 95 proof.
Why could you not have been 100?
Too bad they couldn't go back to the old 101. But
Buffalo Trace. I will say it in every video that we do on Eagle Rare. Give me Eagle Rare at 100 proof minimum, please. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. I saw a bottle of this at an ABC store just the other day. And
yesterday.
it was yesterday. And there were two other people in there that were browsing the bourbon section. And usually when I see someone browsing the bourbon section, I'm like, okay, they didn't just walk in and immediately grab what they wanted. So they're not, there may be a little bit more of a sipper and an enjoyer of bourbon. So I pointed the bottle out to both of them because I have a bottle, an unopened bottle at home. And of course you have a lot of bottles here. Mm-hmm. So I was going to let either one of those two guys take it. And I brought it to both of their attention. And I was like, look, I don't know if you guys are big bourbon drinkers. I pointed out Eagle, and both of them were like, I've never seen that. Well, I don't even know what that is. And I was like, okay, you're not big into the scene at all then.
But
and to each their own. Drink what you want to drink. Tried to give it to them. I tried my hardest to let either one of them walk out with that bottle. They wouldn't do it. And I wasn't going to let one of my favorites sit on the shelf all by itself.
Although when he told me this story, began telling me, I went, why'd you buy it? There's 10 sitting on the shelf.
Because I only have one at my house. That's why. And sometimes you gotta let me buy my own bourbon. So, Eagle, don't know it, like those two guys in that ABC store. Now you do.
All right.
Try and get your hands on one.
One of my favorite distilleries, another of my favorite distilleries. This is a Four Roses single barrel private selection. This one is an older one. It was bottled in 2014. It is an OBSK, one of my favorite recipes. There are 10.
And we blinded all 10 of them.
Yes, we
did. And it is releasing
soon.
Sometime.
And if you would
soon.
like to be sure that you see that video when it comes out, now is a great time to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. And then when we release videos on our channel, you will get notified that we release something new.
So you never miss a video.
That's true. And why would you want to?
Exactly. Some of the stuff we're doing is, I don't see other people doing it.
Some.
All. Everything is special, unique, and better.
Yes.
We're trying to be that way.
And gluten-free.
Is bourbon gluten-free?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe not.
I don't really know what gluten is.
Anyway.
I don't really know what gluten is, and don't leave me a comment and tell me because I don't want to know.
But anyway, this one is 118.4 proof.
Yeah. And they all kind of live between like 108 and 120.
Right.
So.
There were a couple of hazmats out there some years ago.
But I think it's pretty rare that you find a bourbon at that proof that's like, yes, that is like, that's where it needs to be.
Right.
So that's why you rarely see those. But I love Four Roses too. Glad you put that one up there. I'm going to go in a different direction and I'm going to grab a little bit of an allocated bottle. So sorry about
He's
that.
going baller.
A little bit. And that is Jack Daniel's Coy Hill single barrels. And it's a, oh, so sorry everyone. Why is it? Wait. Why is the back tag on the side?
On the side, I don't know.
What the heck?
That's probably a very high-end bottle.
It's a special bottle because they mislabeled
it.
Well, there it is correctly. All of the Coy Hills are single barrels. They're all different. So yours might be different than ours.
Yeah.
Ours in particular, I get like a steak dinner kind of thing going on.
It's got a savory note.
Savory, salty, just beautiful. Just a little bit of a caramel going on in the background. Love it. Love it. Spicy. Love it. I would assume it's like a $70, $80 MSRP bottle. So if you are lucky
80,
enough,
80-ish.
Yeah, if you're lucky enough to live in a state that will release these closer to MSRP, get them.
And if you happen to be in a store and it's on there and nobody else takes it, I'll take it.
Yeah, actually, I need one for Patrick, Brownwater Club VA on TikTok. I gotta find one for him. I told him I'd look, so I'm still trying to find one. So, Patrick, I will find one, maybe. So, Coy Hill, love.
Okay.
You're
all right. I'm up. Okay. So, here's one released this past year. I love me some Wild Turkey 101. I love 8-year-old Wild Turkey 101 even more.
And you know what they're doing this year, Dad?
They're releasing 8-year Wild Turkey 101 and Wild Turkey 101 rye at 8 years.
Oh,
Cannot
give me
wait.
that.
So this is the 70th anniversary Jimmy Russell, and I saw some stuff on this. Jimmy never knew they were doing this.
Oh, really?
Yep, he had no idea. They didn't tell him.
We were lucky enough to meet Jimmy.
Get one signed. Get
Got
two
two
signed.
signed.
So yeah, I was listening to another channel, Mash and Drum, by the way. That's who I was listening to.
Sorry
and
about
they
that,
had, they had, I think it's Brent, the grandson, and he was talking about this. And they kept going up to Jimmy and saying, "Here, try this. See what you think. Tell us what you think of this one. Tell us what you think of that one." And yeah, he had no idea they were releasing this.
That makes me love it so much more.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, great whiskey. It's a $50 MSRP. So hoping, and I'm hearing that the 8-year age dated and the rye will be in that 50-ish range as well.
So let's go.
Looking forward to that.
Let's go. My next one is one that you should be able to find as well. And that is Templeton 10-year rye. And if you watched our top 5 rye blind of 2024, you'll know that much to my chagrin, this was my winner. Old Carter Batch 10 should have been my winner. If you ask me right now, I'm still going to tell you that it is. But the blind said Templeton 10 won. And it's 10-year-old rye, it's 104 proof, and there is something special.
$89-$90 here in North Carolina.
There is something special about old rye.
Yes.
And people are sleeping on ryes. And we have a statement to make about ryes.
Some of them are sleeping in beds, but some of them are sleeping on ryes as well.
That would be a very uncomfortable bed, just on top of, or it's a water bed.
Well, no.
It's a rye bed.
It could be a rye. I mean, yeah, they stuffed beds with feathers. They stuffed them with straw back in the day.
I just meant I wanted a water bed filled with rye whiskey, so whenever I get a little thirsty, I can just... Key lime pie, everybody. Yeah. Key lime pie. Get yourself one of them.
So since you brought out a rye, I'm going to bring out another one.
All right.
So this is a Smooth Ambler Founders. So this is their juice. This is a 6-year rye.
Yep.
Barrel strength. This one is 121.8. It's a $55 bottle. And it is excellent. Absolutely excellent. The only thing I would say on this one is on fresh crack, it had a bit more ethanol than maybe you would want. Mm-hmm. But all you have to do is take that first sip and then go back again, and it is just, it's heaven.
Spot on.
What do they say? Almost heaven, West Virginia. That's where it comes from.
That is where it comes from.
So, great bottle. Great rye.
All right. My next bottle is actually what I'm sipping on right now. And forgive me for going full tater, but ever since we reviewed it on the channel, I was like, you know what? That is pretty darn good.
Much better than regular.
So much better than regular. That, folks, is Bland's Gold. And we've got a little topper, which is so cool. These toppers.
It has an insert to fit into the
wide mouth bottles. Because it is so hard to find a pour spout for these wide mouths. And
we have these because we do some tastings. And when we do them, we try to have a pour spout on it just because we're pouring very, very small amounts. It's a free tasting we do.
Yep.
So
this,
we wanted to spread it further around 400 to 600 people.
Mm-hmm. So this bottle in particular for me, and the reason why I like it so much, is because it, to me, tastes a little bit like Eagle Rare at the higher proof.
Yeah.
So it's 103. Yeah, 103.
103, yeah.
And it's got that grape, that cherry, it's got the little bit of spice in there, it's got some caramel sweetness, it is rich, it is sweet, and it is delicious. And I hope that everyone at some point gets a chance to try it.
I'm all baller all the time now.
You got nothing but big ones to go left?
Nothing but baller.
All right.
So
bring it out.
Josh mentioned it before. There's an Old Carter Batch 10 rye. Heaven. Almost heaven. Heaven. not from West Virginia.
Such a good rye.
It's amazing.
And thank God that this brand will continue to live on.
Yes.
Just found the news out. There was some talk about Old Carter going by the wayside due to a divorce.
It did go up for sale because of divorce.
Yep. But the
Mark
original
and
owner,
Sherry,
Mark Carter, I
Mark
think,
Carter, yeah. Mark and Sherry Carter.
bought out the rest of it, and it will continue on, and I am very happy about that.
Yes. Their bourbon is excellent too. At least
it is.
The batch 3, I think it is, that I've got.
Yes. Very good. All right. If you're going to go some baller, I guess I'm going to go baller.
Well, all I got left is baller.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to save my last 2 baller bottles for last. And I'll go with one of my absolute favorite sippers from my favorite distillery and probably my favorite brand from their distillery. Good old classic Knob Creek 9. $36, 100 proof. Can't go wrong. 9 years old. 9-year-old bourbon at 100 proof.
For $36.
$36. Eagle Rare wishes it could do that. So, peanut notes on Bean products, specifically on Knob Creek. I love peanut butter and anything that has to do with peanuts. So that's probably why I like it so much. But it's got a nice bit of spice, it's got a nice bit of sweetness, and then it has that peanut note with it too.
You know, other than the peanut note, that's a lot like Valentine's Day. Nice bit of bite, nice bit of sweetness.
Jesus Christ.
Come on.
All right, we're moving on. We're moving on, Dad. You're up.
All right.
We're going to have to put our next bottles in
All
front of us.
baller all the time.
Yeah, you went full on. Good luck getting one.
It's a 2023 George T. Stagg at 135 proof.
I was really surprised you had a 2023. You got this at some point and completely forgot about it.
I forgot I had kids. I mean, come on.
I don't know how you did that. Just like looking in a mirror.
I know. You just got to get grayer. Or I
It's
got to
okay.
start using Grecian Formula 16 or something.
Okay, Dad, I'm going gray under the saddle a little bit.
But anyway, what more do you need to say? Right?
GTS.
GTS.
Justin was nice enough to share the 2024 and the 2020 with us. And man, that 2020 was so much better than the 24. And it genuinely surprised me. Because other than...
You talk.
That what you're sipping on?
That's what I'm sipping on.
Dang. Maybe I should have picked a higher end bottle to go. But
Man, that nose. Carry on.
he just can't contain himself. I'm going to go with what I believe has to be called my favorite bottle. And this is a single barrel, so it might be a little different than the one that I decided was my favorite outside of Russell's. We got to exclude Russell's in conversations like that because the 15 is just phenomenal. But that's Old Kirk. Good old Kirk. Rumored to be Willet Juice.
And these are all single barrels, by the way.
Yes, and if it is Willet Juice, I'm really surprised because literally everything else from Willet that I've tried has been...
Everything on their baseline.
Yeah, their base
Everything on
stuff.
their baseline.
Sucks. Sorry if you like Willet product. I don't.
Well,
Really
everybody's
don't like
different.
them. And I'm willing to go in on them. But I did that once, so I won't do it again. But this, 6 years, 5 months on this one. The other bottle that we did review was 6 years and some. Really, really, really like it. So, can't go wrong.
You have another bottle
You out?
other than my top, my
Oh.
really, really love.
Well, you were supposed to count with me and you didn't, so I guess I get an extra one. Ha ha ha! And that's Booker's The Reserves 2024. But you wanted this one too.
I did too. Yeah.
You wanted this
I
one too.
originally had this one.
And
he
I
whined.
put my foot down.
He
Yeah, I
whined.
whined about it. And I was like, hey. I was letting him pick first, and he started picking stuff I wanted. And I was like, wait a minute. We should have done it like a draft. But we love Booker's. I love it because it's a Jim Beam product.
Some of them, not all the batches have been outstanding.
Sorry. We have a gnat for the first time in forever in here.
It's been warm.
And Booker's love Booker's. This one in particular, a little bit different. It's a little spicier.
2024
But
reserves. That's
at the,
really
at the,
good.
At the same time, it's pretty gentle too. So really love that bottle.
And they're always in there, 126, 127 proof.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. That's my favorite part. But we'll take this aside because we do have one more bottle.
So I get to go first on the bottles I really, really, really love.
What? Hey, that's what I was going to use.
Hey, snooze, lose.
You know what? I have a solution. All good in the hood now.
There we go.
Russell's 15, by far best bourbon I've ever had.
So far.
Yeah. We got plenty of time to figure out if that stays, but just a delicious wave of flavor. Does not, for me, get better than this 2024 edition of Russell's 15. The first time
That's great.
it makes an appearance for us. And we've heard that they're going to start releasing them just sort of whenever they have mature product.
When they have good
profile.
juice, yes. Now, they are going to release the 13-year.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the first release, I think it was the first release this year, didn't get reviewed very well. I think some of the
Yeah.
later releases may have gotten better.
So we actually tried one at Justin's house.
Yeah.
And
It was
I didn't really like it that much.
and that was probably one of the early batches.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying I won't.
So there's going to be
buy
a
the
spring.
new one.
What we've heard is there's going to be a spring and fall release of Russell's 13.
Let's hope that price goes down.
The 15s maybe every couple of years, maybe.
Every other, something like that.
Like I said, whenever the juice is right,
Yeah.
they'll bottle it and release it.
Yeah.
So
guys, this isn't everything we love, but there's a little bit of it.
happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Show us some love.
Yeah.
Hit that like button.
Hit that subscribe button. And hit that notification bell.
There you go.
Stick with us because we want to stick with you.
And
Leave us a comment because we love to talk with you.
And like our favorite bourbon, our videos get better with time.
And as always, take care of yourselves.